made $468 on the 50K Express. And as you can see, I hit my personal daily loss limit on my combine. So I lost $500. So the trade on the Express, I entered it prematurely here. Again, this is something I'm working on, but this candle down here looked pretty strong. Looked like it might want to continue pushing like this one did. So I entered 4, and then when the candle closed, uh, it formed that long wick. I just exited because, again, I was like, okay, this is an early entry. The strength hasn't confirmed yet. I shouldn't be in it. And then here, that's when I re-entered. And you can see all executions. And I'll go over why I took the trade. So it was golden pocket of this range here, which there's 3 potential places to do the golden pocket today. This one here, and then obviously these highs. So any of them would have worked. It's just this was the first one. I was watching to see how it would react. We had this 15-minute fair value gap right here that we tapped into, liquidity sweep above these highs. We also have last week's new week opening gap down here, as well as these like relative equal lows that kind of acted as a draw on liquidity. So that was basically my target for the shorts today. And I mean, obviously today we're very weak, like just bearish today. And then the strong 1-minute inverse variety gap. Again, I entered here. I thought it was going to close and do something like we did here, but it didn't. Here, once this candle closed and once this one is pushing, I re-entered. I did 2 instead of 4. Just in case it did dip like this, I would at least have something in it. And then once the candle closed, it confirmed that the inverse variety gap formed with this candle closing, because now we have this variety gap and this variety gap. I added my other 2 because it wasn't that low at this point, and I risked this candle's high. And chopped around. I did better today. I didn't add here. I really wanted to because there's a couple times where it looks like here it was pushing, here it was pushing. I really wanted to add and like lower my stop, but you know, I learned from my mistakes. I didn't do that. And we came up, and on this candle, I believe I added right here. Let's see. This one. It was this one right here. As it was pushing down, I was like, okay, we now tested the inverse variety gap. We're rejecting. Now I can add. You know, it looked like a good place to add, whereas adding here would have been too early and just due to greed, which is how I usually do it. It ended up in me missing the last trade I took, actually, if you remember, on the funded account. And yeah, this time it worked out. I sold 1 micro near this low, sold 1 near low of day. I sold 1 here just because it was a very strong push and very quick. And then sold 1 at the high of the new week opening gap. I let the next profit target like just kind of run for a little bit, and then I sold it here, or I guess bought. I always mix it up, but I think you know what I mean. I was short, so I bought. I exited. Last contract right here, I exited just above this swing high, which I don't remember which video it was, but I recently watched a video from Tom Hugard, and this went over my head before, but he has a really good method of trailing your stop. He does it on the 15-minute, but today I did it on the 5-minute, where as long as the next candle pushes under the previous candle's low, you can move the stop to that candle's high. So here, when this candle broke this candle's low, you can move the stop to here. Here, this candle broke that low, so you can move the stop to here. This candle broke that low, so I moved my stop to here, and it started to kind of chop around. Here, it made another low, so I just moved it to there. I figured, you know, this is also a swing point at that point, so yeah. And that allowed me to at least secure some more profits instead of stopping myself out at break even, which is typically what happens on the runner. And that was pretty much it. It was a good trade. I was patient for it. I knew we were very weak today, so I just needed to wait for strength to the downside to enter. I did good exiting that first trade. I can still improve on just like not taking it at all though. And then I did good not adding here, waiting, adding here, and just securing profits as we went lower. Yeah, that was a pretty good trade. Here's the trades I took on the Combine, took it on NASDAQ. So this first one, it was a little bit after Antonio signaled to go long. I think he signaled here. And then once it dipped, made the swing low, I was like, okay, I'll add because I agreed with his trade. But I got stopped out. I just put my stop here, got stopped out. And then the next one I actually went short because, again, it was a very weak day. Here, it was actually, I think it was the golden pocket of this. Yeah, it was a golden pocket. I didn't realize it till over here, but you can see we kind of strong push. This is a third strong push. Now I just thought we were going to dump because ES at this point was making lower lows. So I thought NASDAQ would follow, but yeah, I was wrong and it stopped me out, hit my daily loss limit. So that was that. I think we also had a 15-minute for value gap. Yeah, we did. It wasn't terrible actually, but you know, it was kind of late. There wasn't an inverse for value gap. Is there for value gap, but there's no for value gaps here. So it was like kind of grinding up and then strong push down. Again, it just looked very weak today, so I was just looking for any entry to take. The account's at 5,200 now. Express is up 1,300, so that's pretty good. That's pretty much the highest it's been is 1,400, I think, so it's near its highs. It was really good trading today. Pretty proud of myself, honestly. And we'll see how the rest of the week goes.